Hey everyone, welcome back. Today we're going back to working on Poe. We're gonna remove all the wrap, and then we're also gonna replace our passenger axle because we have a torn boot towards the differential. So I haven't removed any wrap that's been on for any length of time, and the stuff I'm removing now has been on there for 2 years. And so our best tool is going to be our heat gun to help loosen that up and get that off cleanly. I'm gonna go ahead and start by doing both headlight covers. Okay, so already with that one piece pulled off, the wrap is taking the paint because this car has been resprayed with it. So all this right here, that's paint, and this is wrap. Either way, we're probably blocking this down all the way to the metal to just start fresh on this whole car. Alright, gaslit's done. Headlight covers and hood are done. The hood, we also had some big sheets of paint come off. Kind of see the way they peeled. It's all smooth. It's just kind of interesting. Kind of wish the whole thing had come up because then the entire thing would be kind of nice looking. And at least better than this because this is, it's gross. It's worse than the wrap, but you know, gotta make it worse before it's better. Still have striker plates, that rear section, this door handle on it, and our windshield banner. And then that'll be all the wrap gone. And with that, we have all of our wrap off of the car. There is some stuff hiding behind here, and I did kind of destroy my seal there a bit, but it was already dried and rotted. And we have the wrap under this seal. It's all out from behind the mirror, and it's off every other point of the car entirely. So I'll just need to take care of these things when I get around to it. It's not a priority. You can see that I sanded this down a lot more than the other areas before I put this on. It had some really bad peel to it. And I sanded it down enough to where I guess I didn't lift up everything. I just lifted up some paint and reached some primer. Now it's time to move on to our axle replacement. The boot on this axle is torn, it's clicking, and it's been spewing grease everywhere for quite a while now. So I have the replacement axle for that, but I wanted to put it up here first to just show you around things like my exhaust leaks. That's pretty ugly there, but I don't think that's one. But this definitely is one. pretty sure your muffler shouldn't look like that. Ugh. So our cracked boot is absolutely wrecked. Everything under here with its grease, where you can't even hardly see where the eccentric bolt is. I've cleaned and shot this down before, so there might be some weird areas where it's a little bit cleaner than it really should be. But yeah, I'm gonna have to give this a really thorough cleaning after I replace this axle. Now that I got the axle nut off, I'm gonna go ahead and work on separating it from the two control arms. So I believe that's probably a 17, probably a 14 up top. That way the whole knuckle will be able to pull off, and we can just get our axle, pull it out, put our new one in, good to go. Alright, I've got that supported now. It was a 17 down here, but on the other side, the actual bolt itself is a 21 for the lower control arm, 14 on both sides for the upper control arm. Here's our axle. You can see how juicy it is. The shaft of the axle pulls out of the differential. You just gotta give it a good tug. I used a chisel as well to start and pop it out a little bit first, because you have to get around this little clip holding it in. And eventually that clip will squeeze in and give way. As you can see, it's pretty destroyed under there. It needs to be cleaned up before I complete the job. So what I've done is I have a rag inside of a glove, and that should do pretty well to shove in there and make sure I don't taint my gear oil. Alright, it's getting late, but underneath is all good. Let's take a look at our new drive shaft. Unfortunately, it looks like I got the axle with the ABS on it, which my car does not have, so I can't finish the swap, and my car is stuck. Okay, I was wrong, and even though it does have the ABS ring, it doesn't matter. We can still use this axle because the knuckle only goes to about here. And then this is all just in free space. The axle went in pretty nicely. Now we need to torque everything down. So the large axle nut needs to be torqued between 160 and 200 something foot-pounds. with 185 listed as a good medium. The lower under load, which we're gonna simulate with our jack, needs to be torqued to 50, and the upper needs 44 foot-pounds. Our axle is nice and secured. You can see the clearance. I need to put load on this so the brake rotor can't spin. Even though my e-brake is up, it's not adjusted right, so it doesn't work too well. And I'll need lots of force to be able to get this on. My torque wrench actually only goes up to 150 foot-pounds, so that's not even at the low end of the spectrum. So I don't know what I'm gonna do about that yet. Maybe do that and then breaker bar it a little bit further. Okay, we've got our nut torqued down and locked in. The only issue I might have is I did use a chisel and it kind of split it. Hopefully not too much, but I'm gonna have to keep an eye on this. I'll just leave the cap off so I can look at it after every drive and see how it holds up over time. Some remaining things we need to remedy on our suspension. Up front we have this upper ball joint. At least the boot is gone, but I believe our lower over here is okay. The upper on the driver's side could do with a replacement too before it entirely blows out, but the lower has already gone. I'll probably just do all four so that I know they're good to go for quite a while. All right, I think that's gonna be it for this one. In the next one, I'm gonna do all the ball joints up front. We're gonna do steering rack spacers so we can get the angle for our rack right. And then we're gonna roll fenders so we'll be ready for new wheels and tires. We'll be on to alignment after that so everything can finally be straight and not towing and cambering in ways I'm not a fan of. All right, thanks for watching. See you next one, bye. Quarantine got my hair game messed up.